Listen to this lady whose nonprofit has been affected by Trump cutting federal aid for migrants, saying that 80% of her nonprofit's funding came from the federal government.
So these are children that have come to this country without an adult or guardian with them at that time. So they're unaccompanied, they're vulnerable. They range in age from itty bitty babies to teenagers. We've gone to court with children as young as 10 months old, particularly during the family separation crisis. They are initially within the federal custodial system. They are alone in there and have rights that should be honored, but need advice and information about making sure that they make use of those rights and they are receiving those. And then they are going to court, which is an adversarial system, and the immigration court is not easy to navigate for anybody, much less a child.
Anna, just to give us an idea, how much federal funding does your organization receive, and do you have any recourse?
So about 80% of our funding is this funding that was stopped with a stop work order.
If 80% of your funding comes from the federal government, it is essentially, without a doubt, a government-sponsored operation. And that's just another layer of the absolute disaster Joe Biden caused. He was intentional in making it as easy as possible for people to come to the country illegally, make fake asylum claims on a mobile app, give them a plane ticket to anywhere they wanted in the United States, usually a sanctuary city that wouldn't cooperate with ICE, provide them free medicine, free housing, free food, free education, free legal services on how to game the system to be able to stay. And then when the courts inevitably gave them a deportation order, refused to enforce it. Again, where's the explanation from Democrats on why this was part of their agenda? And not to mention all the sex trafficking, the abuse, the missing children, all the other disasters that go into having an open border. No one talks about the stress and the anxiety that it puts on these children. I'm not dancing and cheering at the suffering of kids. This is sad. Why are 10-month-olds showing up without a parent at a courtroom? How did these kids get across the border? Where are their parents? Who are they going to? Are they safe? If you break into a country illegally and then think because you have a child here who's a citizen, that's going to make you immune, you're putting an unfair amount of worry on your entire family that any day, any of their parents or them could be picked up and relocated to a country that they've never been to before. It's selfish as hell. And Democrats will say, oh, well, the legal immigration process is so confusing, it takes so long. Oh, well, that's the law. That's the process. If you don't respect the process and you're so selfish that you think breaking into the country, disobeying the laws is more important to you, then you're not allowed to beg for compassion. So while Adam Schiff wants to complain about Kash Patel, he needs to be looking at himself and the rest of his party, who constantly lied to the American public that our last president was sharp as a tack and mentally with it, and is not just responsible for the tragic deaths of people like Laken Riley, but is also responsible for the suffering of these children. But let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Turn on those notification bells so you never miss a video. And I will see you guys in the next one.